Quiet on the set. Getting ready to go live on the radio. Zoom Room Video Communications brought to you by the BMC.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia, and no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret some news so you don't have to do anything other than sit there and question your own personal life choices and ours, as we're kind of quarantined or something like that. I don't know.
Something like that. A big shout out to Obsidian Tortoise. Just stopped by the vendor and picked up 100 Teleport to Zone scrolls.
He didn't buy my scrolls, though. He bought yours. That's
yeah, well, you know, most people don't look and see who it's made by. They just shop by what they're looking for out there. You know how that is. Eagle, yep. How are you out there? Econdus, good to see you. As people start strolling on in, Drac and Naruto, Hollyhawk. Waldo's out there. I see a bunch of you sliding on in slowly but surely. And how's everybody doing this Taco Tuesday here?
They're doing
inside
something.
Trinity Avatar. Gotta put the announcements out, so let me get that out there real quick.
Yep.
Woohoo! Get that out to the world. That Waldo.
Starting it off. Yeah.
Yep,
it looks like
Waldo
Holly wants
with his daily 100-bit starter pack. That's always cool to see, right. Waldo.
Yeah.
Always cool to see. Econdas getting on to the set. Oh, you got Hollyhawk playing, but I have no audio there. I guess I should turn on
Holly's
the audio.
not playing yet. I'm still playing Stones.
Oh, okay.
I think Holly's waiting for me to finish playing.
Thank you. I can't hear either of you. I don't know what's going on with the volume levels again these days. Let's see if there's something I might have adjusted. Maybe? What's that?
Patch, maybe?
That's a good question. You just never know.
We are on 1181 now.
Yes, there was another patch this morning. We will get to that in just a moment. Let's see what we got. 1181? Yes, 1181. Yeah. Why am I in party mode? That's really weird. I shouldn't be in party mode. I should be in open mode.
And Econda says you're standing up on his screen.
Yeah, well, you can see right here. I'm sitting on my screen, so to hell with what you're seeing. Tell it.
It's not like we would ever have bugs reintroduced over and over and over again.
Eagle, 200 bits. Thank you. Yes, we would never have anything like that. Let me see this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, if I swing it around, I can hear you. But my level meter is not even picking you up for some reason as a volume source. Let's you guys hearing music through the stream?
Not my fault that they made their stereo version way too sensitive. And a lot of people joined us in voice today.
What's that?
He kind of says I'm standing. No, I'm sitting.
Yeah, we're both sitting. Is occasionally I'll find it goes weird. You'll be sitting in your seat here 1 minute, and then the next you'll be back there sitting on either the rope of the fence post, or you'll be sitting on one of those replenishing boxes behind you from time to time. Happens on my screen, but anyway, got some interesting updates. Got some stuff to show you. We were gonna go talk about those new whatchamacallits, those developer events, but I think we gotta get to this stuff. Hollyhawk, another 100 bits, and that's going to trigger a game of marbles. He says, second time Twitch didn't register your resub. Very interesting.
Oh, wait. I got a level 1 hype train.
Level 1 hype train? From what?
Yeah. That or we're 25% of the way to get to level 2 hype train.
Yeah, so what do you got a hype train going for?
Well, that's what Slobs is reporting. So I think if you receive some bits within a certain time period, that's where it starts the hype train. But where are we going to right now?
Good question. Like I was saying, I was planning on going and doing a dive into, those player developed quests, but then I got all these clips from Fazol's stream yesterday.
1,000 bits.
Preston Jong with 1,000 bits. We're going to be playing some marbles. Oh, level 1 hype train. Yeah, we got a level 1 hype train going here as well.
Yeah, and yes, Roll20 is active in the background on my stream. And it's not me rolling the dice, it's someone else. So did we get a track number from
we need to get one track number from Holly, and we need to get 2 from Preston.
Yes. Yeah.
Hell with the news. We'll play some marbles.
Right. God damn it, Tony.
We got 1:35 seconds on the hype train, folks. Let's hype the living daylights out of that. The castle one is what Holly wants, which is track 54, Castle Siege.
Yeah, and I don't see a way to turn off the dice sound.
Ooh. Although with another 100 bits keeps the hype train going.
So we are going to the castle one, which is track number 54 or something like that.
54 Castle Sieges. Yes.
Let's see. Okay, so don't forget !play on both sides, and let's go ahead and click start in 3, 2, 1, start.
Starting. Yes, you can click it. I just haven't switched over yet. You get in on the action. Speaking of the action, I know I still got to send out a prize from yesterday. We got to get a raffle going for today. Let's start out. I'll tell you, I'll make it easy today. We'll start out with the Palomino, because I know I got some of those.
And, yes.
And we'll open that giveaway. Exclamation, I love free shit. Get yourself a chance to win a Palomino. So eventually, when we get mounts in game, you'll have something to ride.
And Preston finished off my level 1 hype train to get it to level 2.
Very cool.
Woohoo. And then I'm getting work message after work message after work message.
Tell him you're at Chewy's having lunch. Leave you alone.
Yeah. That's not going to work. I wish it would, but it's not going to work.
As so we do have head on down the track.
Yeah. Thrady is in the lead. Whee! Not
We're
anymore.
watching as
Mom's
everybody
in the
drops down the pipes.
Oh, Econdis is scraping by. I just in on this bridge. I wish it would occasionally poke holes through the bridge to give people a reason to fall through.
That would be mean. Buckaroo
Yeah.
Bonsai, Chris Pallid
to me.
Holly Hawk just said, "Screw you guys," and Cynicist is now in the lead. You should never know with this one.
On my side, I said, "Screw you guys" as well. So I am no longer in the map.
Buckaroo Bonsai now held up. He gets bounced backwards.
Has a commanding lead. Nothing's gonna stop him until that rock. But everybody else is like so slow. Come on. Go forth, young man. Go forth.
Just never know what's gonna happen here. We got Venetrix slides by as he gets hung up. Mom avoiding most of those obstacles now with the commanding lead, and she ricochets off some rocks. Is she gonna get stuck? Nope, she just slips on through as the boulders are clearing a path for her, literally smashing stuff in her way.
And it looks like Econdis is going to set a new track record on my side if
Really?
he can make it to the end. Yeah. Well, my track record's like 227, and my ghost ball is way behind. And Econdis is coming to the end.
Ejected.
Coming to the end. The only one ejected on my side was me.
I said, I ain't running this gamut.
Slaughtered it. Here. Let me go ahead and hit escape on that. And then Preston did already choose 2 maps for whenever this is done.
Absolutely.
So Holly can take over the barding for us.
Mom in for the win. Congratulations, Mom, on that win as we wait for everybody else to get down here.
And Econdis is like, man, I'm low on scrolls. Woohoo! I need to win more and stop dropping out of maps early. Yeah. Okay.
We'll get some scrolls out to Mom here, because she's the winner.
Yep. Now we get to see who all's going to be ejected by the blue wall, because the blue wall's coming up on Azazel right now. Will he stay in front of it and finish, or will he get hung up and die and get the timeout? Oh, Azazel made it. So that is everybody finished on my side. We are going to track number 10 next. And then we're going to talk about some SodaNet news or something like that.
Come on, hear me to the tracks. Yay. There we go. A leap to remember.
Yeah, I just love the fact that it's like, God.
Copper, how you doing out there?
Choo-choo, Buckaroo, choo-choo. and it looks like whoever was rolling dice on roll 20 is done now. So, okay, so let's go. Don't forget !play on both streams. Join in for your chance to win some scrolls, because we are going to click start in 3, 2, 1, start.
There we go. 69 seconds for you to get in on the action. Thank you to Preston getting us into some
Preston.
Marbles. And delaying the tedious news that we're going to lay on you today. So
If you do some VR games, Preston does develop some. The House of Wax, something or other, and then a couple others are available out on the Steam store. Yeah, and another. Yeah, I think. And then he's gonna like remind me what the name of it actually is.
That's right.
And wow,
aren't we in one of his video games? We have characters in one of his video games.
Yeah, we do. In the House of Wax. Ghostly Summer Wind is $5 on Steam, and We Are Dolls.
Yes, we are dolls on the doll shelf.
Yeah, we are dolls.
As we head on down the track,
we are such pleasures.
Econdis rolling into the combat zone first, but I'm sure he's not going to be the only one who gets down here. As we get ready to take the leap.
Ooh, and my glucose sensor is ending in 23 hours. Yay, thanks for notifying me of that.
Hollyhock ejected. Didn't make that leap.
Bye-bye to me
Chris
again.
Pallet
And bye-bye
almost gets caught up. And look who's in the lead. Yours truly.
Yeah.
Come on, avoid all that stuff. Get down there.
Vinatrix is kind of in the lead, but it's about to be passed up by Preston Jong as he's going around those
Preston.
Bollards. Yeah.
Sage-wise just dropped past me as we drop into the colander. And he drops down and I drop down. We're just battling. Buckaroo Banzai and Chris Pallet says, screw you guys. Whoa! And Buckaroo Banzai ejected on the ejector board. Chris Pallet ejected on the ejector board.
Especially when they eject people. But Vinatrix looks like he squeaked through and is going to end up being the winner as Thradia gets ejected. So Vinatrix
I took the lead and the win. Yay, me.
So Vinatrix scrolls because he's a wiener. And then the we're gonna have some fun watching some videos real soon after we get track 21 out of the way.
Well, since nobody's getting anything there, we're just going to get out of this one now and get to track 21.
I just have to wait for that last person. Christ is done. So, track number 21 coming right up.
Give Thradia a Palomino.
Oh.
What's going on out there?
I have new unread
messages. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing out there.
Yeah. Mark as read, because I've already read those. Are we ready to join in on both sides and then possibly click a start button in 3, 2, 1, start?
Azazel Reborn has a question. He says, I'm about to reset my quest line. Is there any advice that you could give? And yes, no, don't do it.
Well, okay. I mean, it 10x XP is in the game. So if you're just doing it for that,
first off,
I mean,
have you finished the quest line? Is your journal totally blank and you have 0 quests left? If that is the case, go for it. But keep in mind, all the information that you have in the known world, all your zone points, all that will be brand new. You will be visiting them for the first time. When you need to rush to go someplace, you won't have a zone point there until you
that's
physically
what
walk
friends are
there.
for.
What's that?
That's what friends are for.
Yes, well, depends on whether you worked on that friends list or not, because that's the old reliable backup. But most people said, I've got a zone list. I don't need friends. Well, even I think the friends list might even go poof.
ahead,
I don't know about that.
Do it.
Econdis,
No,
does
friends
the
list does not get reset.
Does the friends list get reset, Econdis? He can tell us.
It is just your found locations and also your virtue and quest statuses.
Yes, all that stuff.
It does not reset your friends list.
Is you do not get to do the deeds again. Your deeds do not get reset, so you don't get new deeds. But unless you've actually finished every single quest, I suggest you finish those before you take a reset. That's my suggestion. Now, I was out yesterday running some of these early quests, and geez, I mean, I'm looking at the dates of some of these. I mean, back in like 2017, I started a lot of these quests. Here we are, 3 years later, and I'm in the lead again, man. I tell you, I'm killing
Irish
it out
Eyes
there.
is in the lead. She's the first one through the double mixing bowls. She is at the third double mixing bowl, but I just passed her up. And will I emerge victorious, or will these bollards
I just
slow me
passed
down?
the mixing bowls, and unless Thradier here catches me or I get ejected, it looks like I take the double win. And womp womp. Nobody wins any scrolls, and I ain't sending you any scrolls. Just ain't doing it. I think you owe me some scrolls.
Well, no. Remember, the rule is if either of us win on either stream, you're
everybody else has got to send you scrolls. That's
so
right.
You're supposed to send me all your scrolls. Everybody else is supposed to send me their scrolls. I should be scroll rich. And here you are in this game, pulling up almost the dead last person. I know.
But that's some marbles, thanks to the donations. And of course, don't forget, if you don't want to hear the news and you want to see some marbles, make that donation ticker. Keep going, folks, and we'll keep playing marbles. Instead of doing raffles, we do marbles for those donations. So
that's right.
We do the raffles. Yeah, why does she want a Palomino so bad?
I don't know.
Because it's a Palomino.
Yeah.
I just want it, okay?
Now, let's go ahead and talk about the patch notes and Thradia's Palomino, because she wants
Thradia's Palomino, that's right.
She just wants a pony. She deserves a pony.
Know, what would you do for
because
a Klondike
she participated in a challenge that I participated in.
What would you do? What would you do for a Palomino? Yeah.
Ooh, that's a dangerous game.
Yeah.
Oh well, you both partook in that other challenge, did you? Okay.
One of them. Yeah.
Somebody cheated.
Both of us cheated. What are you talking about?
Okie dokie.
Yeah. So build number 1181 came out this morning at 9 a.m. with 2 fixes, one for a pot with broken links to Novia, and fix for 2 somewhat repeatable but not daily quests. We still don't have patch notes for build number 1178.
Yep, which we probably are never going to see.
And it appears that Tony is back to rolling dice.
Who's rolling dice?
I have Roll20 open, and it's a guy in Florida that is in my Roll20 group.
Roll20. Okay, I don't
some
know.
D&D, man. D&D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so people get to hear him rolling dice, and thankfully he's not talking and arguing, or else I'd have to mute him again. So that is build number 1181. Patch notes. Yes, virtual tabletops for the win. Now, do we want to go to Chris's tweets or do we want to go straight to the video?
Well, we can go to Chris's tweets, but that's going to be real fast because last I looked, there were no tweets.
So fast that he did post out April 20th. This month is rapidly.
Yeah, we did that yesterday.
Yeah. No tweets.
There have been no updated tweets. That's right.
Yeah.
So
now, before we start showing some video, because Chris did join Fizzle's stream yesterday.
Yeah.
We need to preset that up. I need to know which timestamp I'm going to.
I'm just curious. Did you get any of them preloaded? Because you're probably going to have a 30-second commercial on each and every load. So I don't know why they're doing that today, but they seem to be doing it. So
Adblock Plus, man. Adblock Plus.
Adblock Plus. Ooh, I've got that still. I don't think I have it activated on Twitch because we should go in order, I believe, or do we want to go with the big spoiler first? I don't know.
Let's go. Well, I mean, because like the first and second one are 6 minutes apart, so I don't know exactly where we're stopping.
Yes, they may actually run into each other, but 6 minutes apart now is we're going to go ahead and do them. So let's queue up the first one and let me get the right proper timestamp, which is
all about Richard and Richard's status.
Yes, and star status, I believe, also in there. 3448. Let's get this up on screen. And let's see, do we want theater mode here? Does it really matter? Because we don't really have to see these guys, but you can see Chris here. So
changes to black. Here, hold on, collapse the chat.
Let me make sure that the volume is up in all these places so that everybody can hear it. I'll even turn it up a little bit more. Ready?
3, 2, 1, play.
Told everybody that he was safe because a few people had mentioned it, and Aloha Lancel. And so Richard is still involved, mostly for the story side of things.
for the story side of things. Okay, and like if Richard were to call you and say, when those guys with the Lewis scripts allowed everyone to see the virtue scores, please take that out. You would say no, Richard. I'm running the game.
Why did
do that,
it
or you would
lag?
say yes, no problem.
Probably for the virtue stuff, I would let him do that if he wanted to, but he has not given me that call yet. So that's kind of one of those things that people want to ruin it for themselves. I'm kind of inclined to let them, but on many things I would say no. I don't think that's going to make the game better. But on the virtue stuff, that's kind of between Richard and Sanyo are largely two people who are passionate about that stuff. So if that probably on that one, I would tell Richard to talk to Sanyo about it and get Sanyo to tell me what he thought about it. So,
well, I think everything should be transparent because the virtue is very important for a lot of things, and if players can't see where they're at, it can be a little bit of an issue. And then what about Star Long? I know he was on with you a month ago or whatever, and he did that little infomercial about his little hoverboard. And he's really, he's having like a, I don't know, midlife crisis or something. So what's the story there?
I don't think it's a midlife crisis, but so he was taking a break from things. He's been doing game stuff for 25 years, and so he had been kind of doing it on the side for us for the better part of a year, where we were his primary gig and the other stuff he was doing, because he had a lot of people who wanted him to consult with him and help them launch products and that type of stuff. So he had been working with them. He kind of moved over the last 6 months or so. You guys kind of saw when he started dropping off camera. I told him he didn't have to be on streams or whatever. If he still had the energy to do dance parties, then go for it.
Right.
But I think I've been pretty honest with people about stuff, and that he spent 4 months or so where he did nothing but focus on, I think, 3 real projects that he was trying to get going and get kicked off for South by Southwest stuff, and basically got swept up in the chaos of all the stuff going on right now. I think most people saw that the South by Southwest stuff was canceled, and the just due to obvious COVID stuff. But so he's still trying to make that happen. But basically, he had planned for months and months and had parties set up and launch stuff set up and meet and greet set up and all that type of stuff, and that kind of went to hell with the COVID stuff.
Right.
He's still focusing on that. There's a number of scenarios and pretty good chance that he will return to us in a larger way or larger fashion. We sure could use him a lot of times.
Sure.
As much as I don't like Star barking at us occasionally about various things, I do. He's an absolute amazing manager, and as soon as he says he's ready to come back, he's coming back. So
okay,
but
so you do see a point
it's
where
chaos
he may
for
be
him.
back. Okay.
I did not know that either.
What the fuck?
I don't know why you're muted.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Things just getting wacky here today, but that should be better. There we go. Yes, only
Yep.
doing this on
So-
the side because he needs a paycheck,
Yeah, so Darkstar and Richard not involved in the day-to-day stuff, and have not been for a while, which is news to us because previously Chris had said that, hey, they're still involved in the day-to-day stuff.
Well, not really news. I mean, we know they'd stepped aside, and we know that Richard was still working on the book, and Ravlox gave us the info that he had been given the book by Richard to proofread, him and Scotty to go over. So, I mean, we've known all that. Star, I mean, all you had to do is see that surfboard thing to know. But my question is, how does he plan on pulling off anything South by Southwest wise? It's canceled. So, I mean, how do you redo that? It's canceled. Start planning for next year. That's right, Lesney. Fake news.
So Crafty wants to know what happened to Soda being their baby. It was adopted by Chris.
Yes.
They
Baby
put it
went
up
out
for
with the
adoption, and it was
bathwater.
adopted by Chris.
Okay, next, another burning question on everybody's mind about actual staffing, which we probably
Yes.
would have gotten into, but a couple seconds later is
It was 30 seconds later.
yeah.
So let's go ahead and click start in 3, 2, 1, start.
Much as you can, as much as you feel comfortable doing. A little bit about the team, like how many people are exactly sort of full-time-ish, and how many people are working at whatever scopes you have them working, so we could then say, well, this is not going to happen, this is more, so you know what I mean? So can you elaborate on that a little bit?
So the team has obviously evolved slowly over time. The core team has probably lost a couple of team members in the past year, but not really much more than that. I think people know Sanyo's there, Travis is there, Bezos is there, helping where he can. We're trying to get some more traction on crafting stuff and figure out what can be done without upsetting too much of the balance in things right now.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a long topic on that. The other is Wizard Smoke is still there. He's been the full-time. He's the most senior other programmer full-time. One and Only is still working for us, but I have him hourly just because that's what he wants to be and helps us out wherever he can. And whenever I have a task, he gets on it and does stuff. And Undone has also been hourly, and I've tried to only ask for his help when I have like a task that feels like something that's his. Because he's also, I think most people know, he has his own project that he works on as well. That's the Saga of Leukemia. I think I said that right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's his main thing that he works on, and he helps us where he can. So he's done a number of things for us just over the past, few months. But I try not to harass him about stuff. In addition to that, of course, Elgarion is absolutely amazing. Just with a community manager, I'm sure there may be some people who have a few mixed feelings, but I can tell you from an internal teammate, he is absolutely amazing. Just amazing attitude, great work ethic. He's one of those guys that if he steps away from his computer, he feels guilty, and I keep having to tell him to stop. You don't have to tell us where you're going. You don't have to ask permission to go use the bathroom type stuff. So just do what you need to do, and that's
right.
But he's been amazing in helping offload a lot of stuff. Same thing with Ravlox, helping offload a lot of stuff and helping us out here and there wherever he can. And
from team perspective, so Elgarion, Elgarion is the community manager, and he sort of watches over the forum, so he's not really inputting stuff into the game. So people that are actually coding and creating, the world and everything. What do we got? 5, 6 people then?
Me, Wizard Smoke, List, Sanyo, Bezos, Damon. I hadn't mentioned him. He's our lead artist. Travis does quite a bit of stuff as well for art side of things. And I think I mentioned Sanyo. And again, Undone is pretty part-time. The Dravlox, I didn't pay attention to the order I was saying names off in.
Okay, that's fine. So we got about 8 people on this thing.
Yeah, I listed 9 people as either full-time employees or part-time. I think there's maybe 7 people, and then there's a couple other people who help out where needed on things. So
that's fine, because I always get that question.
There
and
we
I
go
really
on
don't
that.
know how to answer.
On the books, he's got 9 people listed. So,
Yep. Which is
anybody
good.
wants to know? Yes, it is a small team. Yes, List and Travis are the same person. And Buckaroo Banzai had a question, are they virtualizing it? I don't understand the question as to what he was talking about there.
List and Travis is the same person.
South
List
by
South
Southwest.
or Best Corp. Yeah.
I think it's a little late for that. I think South by Southwest is coming on.
Southwest was last month.
Yes. Exclamation, I love free shit. We are way past time for a drawing. Get yourselves in real quick as we queue up this next piece for you. And again, we've got a couple more, 2 more for you coming your way.
Yes.
We've got one on crafting, and this is especially one of Jack's favorite topics. He's gonna love this one if he hasn't seen. I know he hasn't seen it yet.
I have not seen it at all yet.
So I know you're gonna love this
Yeah.
one. But let's get everybody in real quick, and then we're gonna close this giveaway in just a couple seconds. So while we queue up this next
on
one,
Laz's stream right now.
let me queue this up. Let's get everything.
I keep
sized
getting
right.
messages.
Who the hell are you, man? You're taking one hell of a dump.
Okay, so let's go ahead and
we gotta do the giveaway first.
okay,
Do the giveaway first. This will give me time to queue up the next one while we're watching the video. So, close the giveaway, picking ourselves that winner, and Pepino. Congratulations, you have won. Go ahead and give me your in-game name as we get ready to play this video. This one is on crafting, and count us in. We'll go ahead with this video.
Let's go ahead and click start in 3, 2, 1, start.
Big changes. I don't want to make big changes that he strongly disagrees with. So,
And how much does Beezus actually craft?
I will let Beezus answer that question when you have him on the stream.
'Cause I haven't seen any items in this game that were crafted by Beezus. I see a lot that were crafted by me. There's another guy in here. Actually, he might be in stream. Yeah, Elron does a lot of stuff. There's a few other guys, but I've never seen an item crafted by Beezus.
So he's more of a spreadsheet guy. I know that's not what people want to hear, and that is a big part of why I'm getting heavily involved with things going forward. I'm less of a spreadsheet guy. I don't get to play that much. I mean, I do play quite a bit of combat and play quite a bit of the stuff I've touched, so which means I'm going to be touching a lot of crafting stuff.
Have you looked at the suggestions I made in the document?
So I have not made it down to the crafting stuff. I have gone through the interface, the melee stuff, the magic, and PvP stuff. Everything down to, but not including the crafting stuff.
Because I wanted to see, like, okay, so you haven't like got into it, but what are your ideas? What do you want to do to crafting? And I wanted to help you with this so we don't have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me what you're envisioning? What do you want to do?
So it's across the board in terms of things that need to be done. One is, I've mentioned it before, I don't think the rewards measure up to the effort in a lot of different ways. I don't think it scales up, for one thing. It doesn't scale up, it really kind of scales up to like level, 50 level character or something. And it really is kind of, if we'd left creatures at tier 5, that feels like what has happened to our crafting system. Is it kind of scaled up to a tier 5 crafting system and then never went any higher. So there needs to be some of that refinement. There's a lot of looking into the math that I've taken a look at, there's a lot of bigger problems than that. There's a lot of these, I can, level up skills and keep adding to the skills, and you can add 10 points to it and it makes absolutely zero difference in game, even though you just spent, 8 million experience points or something like that. It makes no difference in terms of what you get in game. There's a lot of opaqueness to the crafting system. You guys can't see what's going on, so you guys are one that makes things feel buggy. Like, for instance, I know one of your things that you had in yours, for the parts I did read on the crafting stuff, because I did go over it. I just didn't dig into it and think up answers for all of it. Mm-hmm. But mentioning the whole, failing at 95%. You should never fail at 95%. It should either say 95%, or it should say, it should jump up to 100. Having something in that 98% range and failing, having that opaqueness so you can't see what's going on.
Bad craft.
Is absolutely
one thing, but
aggravating.
I've done maybe 10,000 items I've crafted in this game. Okay, I've been doing it since the beginning. Because when I first started this game, I I listened
Shroud
to
math.
the beginning, and
He's
the
got a
telethons,
really
and you guys
good
were always
point coming up
emphasizing
here.
how important crafting will be. So I figured if I run my own guild, I need to do my own crafting. So whoever comes into my guild, I could help them. I don't want to rely on person A or B, and then that person leaves, and I'm screwed. So I've always crafted since the beginning,
Mhm.
and there is, like, if I go to a table, my first attempt is going to be 95%, which I disagree with. I think if you're a grandmaster, if your skills are really high, that should be like a 98.5 or something like that. Well, yes, you can fail, of course, anything can happen, but it should be extremely small. Then you get to the second one, and that should be, that can be scaled to whatever. But when you get to that third one, that third masterwork or the third enchant, it's like clockwork. It fails a lot more than it seems to succeed, and it's on this like weird batch thing where, like, yes, if I were to do 100 or 200 of them, it probably will get to the closeness of what it shows. But if I just do it every day, like the first 3 or 4, it's almost always failures and then one success. It's got this weird thing where it always has to start off with a negative. And I know Richard, and I asked Richard about this. And he said to ask you to look into this because the constellations and maybe other things affect this. So when I'm looking at my supposed percentage of 52 or whatever,
I agree.
it could be lower or perhaps higher depending on what else is going on. So it's like a what if then statement that nobody knows. So that's like one of the first things I would do, Chris, because when the math is wrong like that, you get a lot of new crafters that start this. They're gonna flip out, and they're not gonna engage in it. And believe me, I have a punching bag in a room next door because that's what it takes. So
That's all right.
But we can clip it there. And absolutely, one of the best ways I've heard it put there is while if you do batches of hundreds like that, the math works, but almost every time
it might work.
Yeah, but for the most part, he's absolutely right that it usually is a negative, and you've just went out and you've got enough to make 5 suits of armor, not 100 suits of armor. The chances of getting those 5 suits anywhere near what you would want with those numbers is just bad.
As Chris stated, Beezus is a design by spreadsheet guy.
We've known this for a long time. I know.
And we've made comments about it, but it is one where it's like, you cannot do design by spreadsheet for crafting because of one, the resource gathering, it's like, okay, you can design it initially, but then you actually have to get into the game and test it out. Is your design by spreadsheet actually something that you are expecting in the game? And the Shroud math has been pointed out to be so wrong in so many places that as soon as Chris delves into this math, he's going to realize, fuck. We've got not just a decimal place in the wrong.
He's got another lung problem on his hands, is what he's going to find out, and
he's going to have to rewrite the entire system.
And realistically, we don't know because we were told, excuse me, that they were going to tie certain things into the celestial system. And the weather system and the seasonal system, so that maybe if it was too cold and the wind blew from the southeast on the 3rd day of July, you were going at midnight, then you have a chance to actually make it. But if those conditions aren't met, you're SOL. So anyway, there's a lot to be done there, and I think once he does dive into it, he also brings up the crafting, the numbers in crafting, and you can see you can see the eye roll, even though he doesn't roll his eyes.
You
he's
can
like,
feel the eye roll.
You could feel the eye roll, and I gotta give Fizzle just loads of credit because he cuts right into it. He doesn't beat around the bush with his questions, and he engages Chris. And Chris and Fizzle get along pretty well, so he engages Chris in those questions that we probably wouldn't ask the same way. So I got to give Fizzle some real big kudos. And then the big kicker.
He's prepping his questions in such a way that Chris is going to have to admit things that he doesn't want to admit.
Well, if you go to the forum post where this was posted for everybody so that they can actually get the link, there's commentary where people are like, well, that's just negative feedback, and I don't think, well, listen, we all know. And of course,
until you start crafting, it's why my crafting challenge actually came out, because the Shroud math was so bad.
Yeah.
And it's one where it's like you end up with, and for those that can't remember, my crafting challenge was craft 100 of each scroll type from raw materials.
Yes. And we even allowed really Chris to cheat by duplicating those raw materials, and he quit into the first round of scrolls. He said, this is stupid. Yes. But anyway, we have one more clip for you. We got to get in, and then we got to get in the rest of the stuff. Thank our sponsors and pay some bills. Exclamation, I love free shit, for a chance to win 10,000 gold coming up at the end of the stream. And we've got this last clip queued up. So whatever we told you yesterday, forget about it. Disregard. Do not listen.
What?
Nothing to see here.
What?
Count it in.
Don't know what you're talking about. 3, 2, 1, play.
The next thing is refining. There was a skill in there called batching materials, right?
Oop, did I get the right one here?
That skill allows you to put so many materials into the oven and sort of walk away.
I don't think this is the right video.
But that amount is just too small. And, and I know you said you don't agree and you don't support, and you will ban people from using macro programs.
Yeah, and that's one that's trying to find the fine line between, you're really going to sit there and watch it. If all we're doing is making it so you macro less, then I really don't like that idea. But the numbers we have in there are, I've done it on stream before. I've sat down and crafted, and it's long and tedious and annoying, but it should be.
And press the button every 2.5 minutes.
Exactly, and that's so having numbers in there. I'm not sure we'll go up to like 800, but I can easily see us going into the hundreds.
The last time
you did? You didn't get the...
I got the wrong video. Sorry, folks. I hope we don't get a commercial here.
The $1 million question here.
So I'll let you catch up.
Yeah, $1 million question, real quick.
Do you think you're going to keep this times 10 or times 20 quest XP?
What'd you say, Laz?
Probably not long. I think Elgarion made a post saying that it was permanent. It will not be permanent. It is, as much as anything, just a chance opportunity to give people a reason to go do some of the quests, because I know a lot of people have not done a lot of the quests. I know some people are just in there for the adventure and trying to get some mileage out of those things and expose them to other parts of the game was part of the reason for it. Mm-hmm. But it's also some of the things that we just found out, like trying to find some of these loopholes that players knew about that don't really show up until you do something like this. So, sorry, I was looking for a new player graph.
Anyway, the gist of it is that, yes, yesterday, Elgarion made an announcement saying that XP was going to be turned on permanently. And I actually caught the end of his stream this morning where he claims that's what he was told, but he was going to talk to Chris about possibly keeping it that way. So we shall see. Yeah.
One hand not talking to the other.
Yeah,
or one hand saying something and then the other one rethinking something.
How many people are on that team? Is it that large that you can...
It's millions and millions of people. You have to forgive conversation breakdowns when someone says...
what?
Yeah. Not that they use Slack for messaging or anything like that internally. But yes,
Yeah.
so Elgarian was told something, and then minds were changed, and he was not informed.
I
that
didn't
minds
say
were
that.
changed.
That
Yeah,
wasn't me. But yes, real quick, let's jump to the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar, brought to you by our good folks at Reba Test, and just give them the calendar real quick so we can get
it
out of
is
here.
Taco Tuesday,
It is.
Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock.
Mhm.
You need to tune in your ether amplifiers to Wadia Radio Free Britannia. So listen to two idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to on a little show called Lunch with us. 2 o'clock this afternoon, Sean Silverfoot of Paxlayer is going to be doing the Paxlayer Town Manager Hour.
He's going to be drunk and smell like fish.
And he probably hasn't showered in a while. 7 p.m. this evening on Wadia Radio Free Britannia's The 70s at 7, and that is followed at 10 p.m. by the Weckoed Room with Waz's Wad, where you can cover some walk and roll history from 1946 to 1974.
That's right. Don't forget.
That's our calendar for Taco
Thanks
Tuesday.
to viewers like you. You've been keeping us here for well over 5 years here in Shroud of the Avatar. 5 days a week, except for the days where we're not here and we don't feel like doing the show. But for the most part,
Or I get summoned to a meeting.
that's right. We are the most reliable source of news, interpretive news, right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. 5+ years, 5 days a week, bringing you the basics of what's going on inside and outside Shroud. You can donate on stream, twitch.tv/Synesist. Down below on both of our streams, twitch.tv/NBNN News. Become a patron of patreon.com/NBNN. Get yourself some swag, digital and or physical, or you can go to the website and donate. But we love bits. You know why we love bits? Because we get to keep every penny of them. All the other donation ways, they all take a cut, and this one takes a cut. Give us bits. We love bits. That's
all your bits.
Yes, give us all
Quarantine
the
them
bits.
in my jar.
The Britannian Mining Company wants you to check out Black Rock Cove. Newly revamped vendors down at the docks at Black Rock Cove for all your crafting goods needs. So if you're looking for crafting goods at guild prices, where it means that the price is the same and for all the vendors, go check out Black Rock Cove today. WRFB, bringing you the latest news and entertainment, including us at 12s and 6s around the clock. We've got a new DJ going to be joining us, the Graceful Bard. It's going to be joining the family here soon. She's working on her stuff, and we'll make an announcement as well. Don't forget our other programs throughout the week. Vassler and Parson Bar Sarin, and our Wild Safari with Fionn Win Wild Main, and much more on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. ShroudMusic.com for ABC file sharing. Reba Test for free stuff. If you want free stuff, click on the links below. Click on the links on the website and go ahead and start getting some free stuff today. Capheus's wares on Shroud Marketplace, because Capheus has got all sorts of wood goods and he's got to pay for his kids' braces somehow, so he puts all those goods on Shroud Marketplace, and also pays for his Netflix account, I understand. So, you know, he can't be doing too bad. I'm joking. I don't know whether it does or not, but I know he makes a couple bucks doing it to pay for fun stuff, like braces. But check out Capheus's wares and over 180 other shops at ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable goods outside of Shroud of the Avatar.
That's right. Go to ShroudMarketplace.com, register an account to buy anything and everything Shroud related. Over 180 different players registered as vendors because they clicked that vendor registration button. And then you just need to do that and start putting your stuff up for sale. It's like anything and everything Shroud related can be bought or sold at Shroud Marketplace.
Each one's a different store,
Game
folks.
Gold, services. As long as it's not a bannable offense and it's game related, go to shroudmarketplace.com. Buy or sell stuff. Yeah. Go visit my shop or any of the featured vendor shops and get your stuff.
Yes, you want to be a featured vendor, you got to sign up. If you want your stuff to sell above everybody else's, you got to pay to play, but it don't cost much. It's free for a basic account, but if you want premium accounts, premium placement, hey, check out all the other plans that Shroud Marketplace has got to offer.
Not only that, but it's also the cut of that Shroud Marketplace takes is also reduced if you become a premium member.
Well, again, as we always push the free plan, but there are premium plans out there that put more money in your pocket as a vendor. So check those out while you're at it. Don't forget all the services out there: cheesy writing, leveling services, mom's or service, my wedding service, and much, much more on shroudmarketplace.com. But it's that time for us to close things up here for today's news and get on down the road. We got to find somebody that we may want to raid or not raid, and see who's actually live streaming right now. Exclamation, I love free shit. Last chance.
Let's go with the Hell and Ron.
I can't see what Hell and Ron. I was going to say let's give them to Taiki because I know Taiki will be entertaining for them.
Okay, well, Hell and Ron looks like a brand new user, so.
Okay, we'll go to Hell and Ron.
Oh wait, that's in Portuguese. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, then there we go. Back to Taiki.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get this loaded up here.
It's like you really should just do it in
Donnie
slobs.
too. Love you too, man.
And then it all preps everything for you. But thank you everybody for your support today. We got to that tier 2.
Yes, gotta roll those credits. Gotta get Taiki loaded up
Eagle,
here.
Buckaroo, and Waldo. Thank you.
Come on, where are my credits? Are my credits not rolling? Roll live credits. There we go. I guess I didn't hit the button just right. Gotta say thanks to Eagle, Buckaroo Bonsai, Hollyhawk, and Waldo for the bits, and to the Matus for the follow. I love you guys. Let's go ahead and close this giveaway out. Pick ourselves a winner. And Crossfire Bugseye, you are the winner of 10,000 gold. We are rating Taiki Verte, otherwise known as Taiki Singh, so enjoy her. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.